Hey guys, welcome back to Techno Back. This is Parikshit here back again with the new video, and in the continuation of the Linux Essential series, this is the another video for our Linux Essential series, which is about the clearing tracks in the Linux system. And this is the final chapter, and this will be the final part of our Linux Essential series, as we have covered almost all the things that we need to learn the Linux. And in this final chapter we are going to learn about clearing the tracks in the Linux system. Clearing the tracks is always important topic in perspective of hacker when it comes to clear the logs or the backdoor they have saved into the target machine. So it's very important to remove those backdoor and to clear their tracks. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn in today's topic. This is the final chapter of our Linux Essential series. Alright, so let's get started. I have already made the document which we are going to cover in today's topic, which is for clearing the tracks and logs on our Linux system. Okay, so we have our terminal ready and we have the document ready here. So let's get started with this. Okay, so first of all, here you can see what we are going to see is about the Linux log files, where we can find it. So you can find the log files in the Linux system into the file system, and you can go to the var. So under the var there is a folder called log. Okay, so var and log, here it is. Under the log folder, here you will find all the log files. Alright, so these are the log files which generates or automatically it gets created whenever we do or when we perform any of the activity on the system. Like system logs will be there on the syslog file. Okay, so the user login related logs will be available into authentication log file. So here auth.log file is there. Okay, so just like that we have here the other application log files, and again you can see here user.log. so all the user related activity will be available into this user.log file. So it's very important in case if you want to clear these tracks or the logs, okay, when you perform any activity on the target machine. So how you will go ahead and how you will delete it, or what should we do, whether we should delete the log or what should we do, because if you delete the log or if you delete any file, so that can be recovered easily, and when it can be recovered means they can find what exactly the activity has been done on your system. So it's always important to shred the file. Okay, so shred, what it will do is shred will overwrite your file. Okay, shred will overwrite your file multiple times. You can also use the shred tool which is already available in your Linux machine. So you can use the shred tool to overwrite the file, and I will show you how you can use that, and I will also show you how many times you can shred the file, and finally you can overwrite the file with zeros. So what happens is when you shred the file, it overwrites the bytes on the file, and when it overwrites the bytes on the file, and if someone is trying to recover the data, so it will just recover the recent data on the file which was overwritten multiple times. So the original data cannot be recovered. So this is what the idea behind the shred is. Alright, so let's move ahead. Alright guys, so I have already shown you about the authentication log file, sys log file, where all the system logs will be there, and there is also the log file, that is the daemon log file, that you can also easily remove, and you can also find out other log file, application related log files into this log folder. Okay, just like Apache log file will be there here. If you go to the Apache folder, you will see that whatever the activity that's been done on the Apache server or about a web page, so the all activities or the logs are stored into this log files. You can also see there are a couple of gz files. So these are the archives. Okay, because logs will be created all the time, so the size of one file should not go more. In that case, the archiving will be done automatically. Alright, so this is how it will be. Next is, I have already told you about the shred, which will overwrite the file, okay, multiple times, and that will make difficult to find out the exact data what was there on the file. And there are a couple of options that I will show you practically into the shred. Okay, so -v will show the progress verbose, right? So -f will forcefully do the action, and it will also get the permission if it required. So there are again couple of options like -z, so it will add 0 at the final overwrite. Okay, and -u will deallocate and it will remove the file from the system. So if you don't put the -u option, so it will not remove and it will just shred the file. Okay, this is what it will do. -n will overwrite the file with the number of times you specify. So -s will shred the specified number of byte on the file. Suppose if you want to shred the file and if you specify -s like a 2 gigabyte, so size of the file will become 2 gigabyte, but the file will be empty because about a 2 gigabyte of number of bytes got shredded on that particular file. Alright, so that's how the shred will work. Alright, so I will show you now practically how you will do that. So here you can see I have a couple of files like passwords.lst test2, that's the folder name, again imp nodes, again password.txt test.txt. so like this we have a couple of files here, and now I'm just going to show you how you will shred the file. Okay, so like suppose if you delete it, so if you remove it, so anyone can use any other tools and they can recover those files. Okay, so deleting is not a good option here. That's why you should always use the shred. So we're going to use shred here. All right, so you can also use shred -help and you will see there are a couple of options available, so you can go through it if you want more information about it. So I have already covered the basic options that you can use along with it. Okay, and these are the only mandatory options over here. Okay, so we'll clear the terminal and let's start it. So ls, so we have here new test.txt. so let's see what is the content for new test.txt, and we have here content grabbing and piping in Linux. Grabbing is another method for grabbing content of the file. So this is just a normal text file where we have a couple of information over here. And now suppose if I want to shred this file, so what I will do is shred, and I will use the option according to what the options we have seen here, like -v we want, so that we will be able to see the progress. -f we will use, yeah, and next is -z we will use because I want the 0 to be added at the final overwritten. -u will remove the file. Okay, so we will not use -u because I want to show you guys how the action will be performed. Okay, so what exactly will be done on the file. -n will overwrite the file with the specified number of times, so I will use -n. Okay, and I want the file to be overwritten with let's see like 50. Okay, so let's see like 50 times, so the file should be overwritten 50 times, and h will shred the specified number of byte. So I can use the -s option here, but it's not that mandatory. Alright guys, so let's just shred the file here, not a problem. Let's see new test.txt. You can see the file got overwritten 50 times. You can see that. Okay, so when I want to see the particular file now, new test.txt, you can see that this file is empty. You can see that from the beginning here, when the file got started shredding, when the file got started shredding, so you can see that first pass is random, another is like the characters. You can see this is how the file got shredded with the multiple characters, with the different characters, and at the end file got shredded with 0 because that's what -z option did on this file. But the file exists because we have not removed it, and now if we want to remove it, so -u option that you want to use, so if you put -u over here, so it will be removed. But I will show you the use of -yes option as well. Okay, so let's keep the -n as it is, and -yes, what it will do is here you can specify how many number of byte you want to use to shred on this file. Okay, so you can use it in form of kb, mb or gigabyte. So let's see, like if suppose if I want to shred the 50 MB of size, 50 megabyte of, so let's say if I want 50 megabyte of bytes to be shredded on this file, and now let's say enter. So you can see that it will take some time till the 50 iteration, so let's wait for that. So you can see that it is shredding the specified number of byte, which is 50 megabyte, which is shredding on this particular file, which is taking time. And what it is doing, it is shredding 50 times, So you can see that it is completed now. And when I go ahead and when I see the particular file, okay, so let's see that file which is on the desktop of user Parikshit. So let's go to home and user Parikshit desktop, and that is a new test.txt. so you can see that at the bottom over here 47.7 MB, which is MB. So when you go to properties, and you can see that 47.7 MB is the size of file became. And now when I go and see the content of the file, so let's see, open with LeapPad. So this is taking time to open because it is a 50 megabyte of file, but it contains nothing because this file got shredded multiple times. Okay, so that increases the size of the file. Alright, so this is what -s option will do. Alright, so now I will go ahead and I will remove this particular file. So let's say like -u option over here, and I will remove it. You can see now it is again shredding the file 50 times and about 50 megabyte of size, and then it will remove the file because we haven't removed the -s option over there. Okay, alright, so you can see that when we use the -u option, at the end here you can see what -z option did is it overwritten the file with 0, and at the end it removed the file. So removing and then rename to 0000. Alright, so this is how the file will be shredded and it will be removed by using -u option. So this is about shredding. Okay, you can see what are the different options you can use along with the shredding. You can also normally use the remove option. So remove will just remove the file. Okay, but this removed or deleted file can be recovered easily, and anyone can see the data what was there into the file. So it's always good practice to use shredding. Okay, so let's move further. Clearing a bash history. So this is the very important thing, because whatever we do on our target machine, it is always good to clear the bash history, and deleting the bash history will not be just enough, because deleting the history can be recovered, and that will be problem for a hacker. So it's always good practice to shred it or to overwrite it multiple times. Okay, so you can use echo to do that, or you can use shredding as I have shown you. Okay, I will show you where you can exactly find the bash history, whatever the command that you have performed on the target machine. That can be found on our Linux system, and into the home you can see the Parikshit, and you can see the Control H. You can see all the hidden files will be appear over here, and you can see the bash history is there. So you can see the bash history over here. Okay, similarly if I want to go to the root user, so just go to the root, and here you can see the bash history, and you can see here the commands that I have performed into my machine. Okay, so here you can see all the history of the commands. Okay, so anyone can find out what exactly I have done, what exactly the command I performed. So it's always important to remove this history from the system. So you can just remove it by using the rem command, which is the remove command, but it's always important to use the shredding, or you can overwrite it by using echo. So you can say echo, and I want to pass nothing to the file, so say nothing, and I'm passing it to .bash. So where exactly that is? So that's under the root. So let's say root, and under the root and .bash history. So if I'm passing nothing to the file and I say enter, and if I go ahead and I will see the file, before we seen there was some commands was there, and now you can see there is nothing into the file. Okay, so the file got replaced with nothing, and the file is now empty. Okay, so this is the one way, and also you can use shredding. Okay, so you can use shred -vfnu option to remove the file, and you can always give the path over here like root and bash history. So .bash history. Okay, because the file is hidden. Okay, so this is how you can do it. You can remove the particular file, but I don't want to remove it, so this is just a way that I have shown you how you will do that. Alright guys, so this is about it. This is about removing or shredding the file, shredding the logs and the bash history into the Linux system. This way you can clear your tracks and you can come out of the any misinterpretation, and user will not be able to find what exactly happened to his system. So there is no way that he can track what exactly been done on his system, because we have deleted all the logs. So this is about it, and this was the final chapter of our Linux Essential series. So into this Linux Essential series, I have also covered the networking part. So networking is not a small topic that we can cover into one single tutorial. So that's the plan here. We are going to start the networking series into the Linux. So we are going to cover the lot of networking aspect from the Linux. Okay. Alright guys, so that's what we're going to start into the later videos. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you like this Linux Essential series and you learned a lot about it. So if you do, please hit the like button, and please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you will not miss the next videos that are going to come. Alright guys, so thanks for watching, have a great day, and bye bye.